All right, a lot of critics say this year's Consumer Electronics Show was the most exciting ever because of all the cool gadgets that were unveiled there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Our friend Derek Meister from the Geek Squad was there in the middle of it.
He really was in the middle of all of it. He is going to join us in just a few moments to talk about what he saw there. But first, check out the report he filed for Best Buy's website.
The best part of CES? We get to peek into the future. My mission? To seek out technology that's forward-looking, yet not complete science fiction. First stop, Samsung 65-inch, Windows 7-based touchscreen whiteboard that's perfect for schools or home.
The old-fashioned blackboard just got combined with our new tablet. So what we got is a 65-inch tablet that you can draw on and show off everything you're doing. Instead of using a mouse and a keyboard, you're walking over to a screen and touching it and interacting with it that way. LCD doesn't just have to be TV, doesn't just have to be for entertainment, it can be for education, but here we got a piece that's really jam-packed with features for both.
It's time to head home to GE's display to check out their Nucleus home energy management system. It's like giving your appliances the brains to figure out when they should operate and when they shouldn't.
I push the start button. The dryer says I'm in delay mode. In order to try to push the electricity consumption into a period of the day when prices are lower, the dryer automatically goes into delay mode. Then when the utility comes back and says, okay, we're out of the peak period, you see it went from 40 cents to 10 cents, and the dryer has now gone ahead and started.
Then I came across Sony's 3D head-mounted display. It's like your own personal 3D movie theater. Even though we probably won't see anything like this sold in the near future or maybe ever, it does point out the importance of building prototypes just to push technology along.
It simulates a personal virtual 3D theater right in front of your eyes. These are not glasses, these are two OLED displays, one on each individual eye. Since each eye has an individual OLED, it's the best 3D solution you could possibly have. This is kind of a glimpse into the future of where 3D is going.
And the real bonus? You get to look like my second favorite Star Trek The Next Generation character, Lieutenant Geordi LaForge. Reporting from the future, Agent Meister signing off.
Derek, that was awesome.
Good
What
job.
a great report. All the
Pretty
cool.
cool.
You said one of the must-haves when you head out to this show, your walking shoes, huh?
Yep,
You do a lot of
you're
walking.
there. It's really hard to convey just how large this convention is, just because there is so much technology across everything from automotive, the computers, the TVs, your tablets. Pretty much just about anything that can connect to anything else is actually there at the Consumer Electronics Show.
What wowed you the most?
Yeah.
Pretty much the biggest thing is just the fact of how much of those items are actually talking to each other. So like actual digital cameras that will automatically connect to your computer to back up all your photos and then send all the photos directly to Facebook and Flickr and Twitter, just automatically. I mean, you just have so many things actually connecting to each other.
You mean you don't plug it in?
No, it literally talks across your wireless network. There was really two words that you heard, which were smart and connected, and we'll kind of go over just some examples of that, of exactly how those simple words can actually convey complex meanings in terms of the consumer electronics.
That blackboard thing is really
Very
cool.
Terminator all over.
Wow, that's cool. All right. Thank you, Derek. We'll see you in just a little while.
Okay, we've been telling you all morning about the Consumer Electronics Show over the past week, and we have our own friend, a Geek Squad agent, Derek Meister, was actually there, and he's about to talk about some of the cool trends and gadgets he saw. Good morning, Derek. Good to see you.
Morning, Kenny.
A little handshake there, okay. What do we have?
Well, with 20,000 Geek Squad agents nationally, we're always interested in the future of technology, and the Consumer Electronics Show is a great great place to kind of see those trends.
Okay.
So a lot of the stuff that you actually see today and through our website is just how the way you interact with technology is changing. So, for example, back here we have a smart TV.
Okay. This is by Sony.
Yep. Yeah, your smart and connected TVs. It used to be you just watched television shows, but now you can actually interact with them and connect to the web, do your email, do everything actually through the TV itself.
And look at that little keyboard. That's kind of tricked out. Let's take a look at this.
So when our Geek Squad home theater installers are actually out, we have to actually make sure that we're setting up networks now along with your TV and all the other devices.
Got a keyboard and everything else here.
Yep, so it's a perfect example. In fact, this little controller, kind of ties into our next thing. You know, your game systems, most people are used to having just a little game controller that they'll play with. The way you're interacting with your games are changing with what they call motion control technology. You've probably seen this with the old Wii remote, but you're starting to see that, for example, Sony has their a little bit more advanced controller with a camera. Microsoft actually has their Kinect, which uses a camera to actually watch what you're doing, and it actually controls it with no controllers.
And it puts you on the screen.
Again,
that's pretty cool. I've seen
perfect ways for how you interact. Another way that you're interacting is with 3D TV.
Nice.
Now, you've probably seen these glasses. They're one of the really neat trends that we're actually seeing with CES is that the glasses are actually getting lighter, cheaper. There's actually work on making 3D TVs that actually don't need the glasses.
Well, that's what's really neat. You said that was so that right now they're about this big, but 3D TVs without the glasses.
Again, the way that you're interacting with it is kind of changing. Another perfect example, tablets. You couldn't go anywhere at Consumer Electronics Show without seeing somebody with a new type of tablet. And it's just a kind of a way for you to take all that data that you have, your music, movies, games, documents, and interact with them wherever you're at on a small little touchscreen device.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, at first, we just had the iPad, so how many different brands are you seeing out there now?
At the Consumer Electronics Show, when we were walking around, we actually saw over 80 different devices, and there's probably more coming out. And this is really a perfect example of how you'll notice that all these devices actually are what we use the term smart and connected. And what that means is that home networks, wireless networks, are going to become more and more important. So that's why whenever we go out on site as Geek Squad agents and we're setting up your computer, your home theater, we're usually setting up a network as well.
Now, when you say connected, you were saying that a lot of there's cameras and phones that automatically connect to your TV.
Your devices are not just talking to the internet anymore. They're actually talking to each other. So your cameras can actually automatically connect to your computer as soon as you get home, back up those photos, and then use your wireless connection to actually go straight to the internet.
All of that without one wire, just boop, 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 boop.
And some of the other technology that you saw in our little segment before was just based around power and electricity. One of the big things, one of the things that surprises people at Consumer Electronics Show is the number of cars that you actually see there. So Ford, GM, the rest of them all have their electric cars. In fact, Geek Squad is actually going to be starting to install those electric chargers in your houses for some of those cars over the next coming years.
Excellent. And you said now, how did the 3D TV look without the glasses?
It's still very, very prototype technology, but it's just like everything else. When you go to see these shows, and if you actually go visit our website, you can kind of see the technology will actually be helping you set up through Geek Squad over the next couple of years.
All right. Thanks, Derek. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks for the report. That was very cool.